Alrighty, so for 12.4, you only have to do the read and got it's 1 through 3. Kind of a short cursory understanding here. What are the minimum, first quartile, median, third quartile, maximum of the data set below? So again, the first step here is to put them in order, smallest to biggest. And then find the minimum, right? And the maximum. The median, and again, this one doesn't have an actual median because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have to average the two to find the real median. We know how to do that. Then the first and third quartiles. And again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items. So that lower 1, 2, 3, 4, we have to average to find it. There's no actual median to leave out this time, right? And then the same thing on the lower set to find quartile 1. So, there you go. That's the first step really in making Box and Whisker, is finding that information. Next slide will have the your got it for this. Alrighty. So here we're going to go in and found the minimum, first quartile, median, third quartile, maximum of each data set. So again, minimum, maximum, that's straightforward. Min, max. Min, oh, that's just terrible. There we go. Min, max. Then we find the median, and on this one we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 data points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the first 85. That would be our median, our first 85. So just a second, we'll put that in here. There we go. There's our median. And we leave that median out. Remember, when we're finding the lower quartile and the upper quartile. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 data points. 1, 2, 3. The first 75, that's quartile 1. And then going up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 95 is going to be quartile 3. Now the smaller data set down here, obviously minimum, right? Maximum. And let's take a look at the median here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No actual median. So we have to average 11 and 19, which is 15. So 15 right here is going to be our median. And since you don't have an actual median, there's no point, there's no sense in leaving it out, right? So that makes 7, right in the middle here. That makes 7 quartile 1 and 21 quartile 3. There we go. So there you go. You have found all the important data points for making a box and whisker plot right there. Now to the actual meat of making the box and whisker plot, same thing. Put them in order. Find minimum, maximum, quartile 1, quartile 3, median. Again, if you don't want to do that, go back to the last example and do that. Don't just kind of, fake it. Then we put them under a number line. Now, in this case, it kind of makes sense to have, go by 5s, right, in this number line. It's not the whole number line. I'm not going to go 1 to 350 or something. So on here, 303, right there, put a dot. 321, put a dot. 316, put a dot. 311, put a dot. 314, put a dot. Draw a box around these 3 dots. Make whiskers connect the outer dots. Boom, box and whisker plot. Alrighty, so on this one, we're going to put them in order first, right? So smallest number is 4, right? What's next after that? Looks like it's 8. Then 9 and 10. 9 and 10. Let's see, what comes next? 14. 15. 16. Yep, there's another 16 there. 25 and 34. And it's important to go back and count. Did you get them all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go, because sometimes I make mistakes on this. Okay, find our data points. Minimum, right? M-I-N. Maximum. M-A-X. Alright, now I have to find my median. So there's 10 data points, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be between these two. So 14.5. So I averaged them, right? 14.5 is my median. Alrighty, now finding lower quartile or lower median, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. So that makes 9, quartile 1. And going to the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That second 16 is going to be quartile 3. And as far as making them into a box and whisker plot, again, you got to have a number line, right? And it looks like mine's going to go from like 4 to 34, right? And I have that pre-made for you down here, so it looks nice and pretty, right here. So again, follow my cursor here. My minimum 4, put a dot. My maximum 34, put a dot. My median 14.5, put a dot. My quartile 1 or lower median 9, put a dot. My 16, my quartile 3, put a dot. Draw a box, put a line through the median, connect the whiskers. That's it. Boom, you make a box and whisker plot. So your last problem you got to work for the reading guidance here is interpreting one. How to read them, right? Use the box and whisker plot below. What do the interquartile ranges tell you about the average monthly rainfall for each city? Well, again, interquartile means that from the first quartile to the third quartile, that 50% of the data in the box there, right here. Notice this one is spread out for Miami. Spread out. For New Orleans, not so much, very tight. That means 50% of the data here is really spread out. And over here, 50% of the data is real tightly right together. Probably an outlier here, right? The box for Miami is is longer, so Miami has the greatest interquartile range. So again, more spread out. The greater range means the middle 50% of Miami's monthly rainfall varies more widely than those of New Orleans. So again, New Orleans, much more steady rainfall is indicated by this. Taking a look here. What do the median tell you about the average monthly rainfall in Miami and New Orleans? Well, notice here the median is lower than it is in New Orleans. So the median tells you the middle value of the data. So in Miami, the monthly rainfall is below 4.5 inches for half of the months and above 4.5 inches for the other half. For New Orleans, it's below 5.3 for half and above 5.3 for the other half. I would say overall New Orleans probably gets more rainfalls with this telling us. Now notice here the Miami though has a chunk that it gets more, does get more here than New Orleans. But New Orleans a little more reliable maybe. Let's say that.